Hi, this is Andrew Klavan on The Culture. Our government's recent interaction with the economy is so complex that PJTV thought you would like to hear an expert explain it. So they came to me, because I've written screenplays for horror movies. Not being experts yourselves, you may not know this, but in many horror films there's a scene in which the monster is apparently killed. The music swells and you think the picture is over. Then suddenly the monster reaches up out of the grave and goes on a rampage. This is exactly the situation we find ourselves in today. In 1981, our last great president, Ronald Reagan, cut tax rates and slowed the growth of government, thereby ushering in 25 of the most free, prosperous, and creative years this country has ever known. Cutting government was so effective that you, not being experts like myself, might have thought that the era of unchecked government growth was dead. But it's back. It's the night of the living government. I'm sure many of you remember that film, Night of the Living Dead. Ordinary people take shelter in a house, barring the doors and boarding the windows against zombies who reach in through any opening they can find in order to devour the people's flesh and turn the living into zombies like themselves. This is an almost perfect metaphor for your government at work. Zombies are dead creatures that don't produce anything and must devour the lives of others, even though once everyone has become a zombie, there'll be nothing left for anyone to eat. Government is exactly the same. It doesn't start businesses, it doesn't create wealth, it doesn't invent anything. It just devours all the stuff that you make. You bar the door against property tax, they come in through a sales tax. You board the windows against income taxes, they reach in through an energy tax. Now, there are some differences between the movie zombies and the government kind. In the movie, the zombies didn't try to tell their victims that being devoured was good for them. They didn't say, "Let me devour your flesh, it's patriotic," or "Let me devour your flesh because we all have to make sacrifices," or my favorite, "Let me devour your flesh because I know how to use it better than you do." Also, when you try to stop the government zombies, when you say, "No, zombie, no, don't devour my flesh," they get pissy. Well, that's very selfish. You're being greedy. You're acting out of self-interest. Now, it always makes me feel really bad when a politician tells me I'm acting out of self-interest, because everyone knows that politicians act out of a radiant love for all mankind. Oh wait, maybe it's an insatiable hunger for power. I always get those two confused. No, insatiable hunger for power, that's it. Because really, power is what this is all about. Power and freedom. Every dollar the government takes is one less dollar of freedom for you and one more dollar of power for them. It's your freedom to choose what you do with the fruit of your labors, whether you buy a TV or donate to charity or build your business or pay down your mortgage. It's their power to finance make-work jobs and incompetent projects and corrupt programs, which they can distribute as they will in order to buy votes and influence. And of course, every citizen who feeds on those jobs and projects and programs, who doesn't pay the taxes but benefits from the taxes paid by others, becomes a zombie just like their government masters, part of the army of the unproductive undead that's coming after you. So bar the doors, board the windows, and tell your representatives, "No, zombie, no," because the night of the living government has just begun. This is Andrew Klavan on The Culture.